Alright, well, welcome back to Sodi Pop on YouTube. My name is Matt, and today we have the Serial Killers drop of Run English on, yes, it is VEVE, of course, coming wiki. We got this bad boy coming in the lithograph version. I need to make sure that I have, because it's 100 gems, a little bit more expensive drop, but again, only about 2,000 editions. 1959. It'd be cool to get number 1959. So a little bit more editions than yesterday. Still going to be very hard to get. I think in general, I was reading, Reddit, and it seems like in general definitely less people will be interested in a Spider-Man comic, but less people will be interested than a Spider-Man comic. Oh man, my cat is on my keyboard. What are you doing, girl? I'm trying to run the stream. What's going on? So we have the serial killers. Actually, yesterday is really funny. So a lot of people, of course, complaining because bots and everything, because it's going to be so hard to get 1,000 drop for any sort of very sweet. What's up, Brendan Z? Jeez. Alright. Yeah, this art is super detailed. I mean, look at each one of these. The price tax serial killer, the tricks, the BCOs, all these are really small artworks in and of themselves. And then, of course, you have all of the different characters, and this just lends if you have better what's my favorite 2D poster? I really like, what's my favorite though? Let's go and look at, I can't think of, I don't love favorite 2D poster. Alright, I don't know if it counts as a poster. I really like some of the Ultraman one. I like the one where he's actually like the secret rare art, where it's Ultraman in like the toy box. I don't love a lot of the 007 ones, although they do look cool. And let's log on to. And I did, thank you, Brendan Z. I checked out Susible as well. I'm curious, do you know of Susibles, if there's more than just trading? Let me know. So far, it doesn't look like there's more than just trading, but we can go back into that in a moment. I am curious. I want to log into my Ecomi wiki, which is nice. Been getting more into that. Really enjoy it. Yeah, the secret rare I'm gonna hang on to. Again, we haven't gotten localization. We're officially not launched yet, whatever that means. But we haven't gotten localization really into Japan, and I don't think we're in Japan officially. But either way, we haven't got localization, which is important since we're not in Japanese. Oh, let me turn off my music. Sorry about that. Just realized I was still playing. Coming wiki, here we go. I'm gonna log in really quick. My cat is just sitting right in front of my keyboard. I should not have invited her this morning. It was a mistake, but she's a good companion, all that good stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and log in because I was looking at a few things. I'm going to create a spreadsheet that talks about upcoming stuff, not just values of comics, and because there's already a bunch of those that I think are pretty useful. Nope, just trading as of yet. We're early into Susible's wave. I opened 3 packs, got 1 pin, the rest base. The pins are the highest rarity. Did you get any? Yeah, I got a few pins, actually. I got like 4 pins, I want to say. Yes, I noticed the pins are the highest rarity. It seems like I got some decent stuff from what I did pick up. So let's look up the Susibles really quick. Let's look at my collection. I want to look at pins. It's a little bit interesting how it's laid out. All right, pins. Let's see what I got. So I got the Grinch. Got the Grinch. Oh, I can't even see it. I got the Grinch, and I got the Betty Lou Who with Max. And the Grinch one is number 276. So I'm assuming the mints work the same as they do with Omi, where the lower mint number is better. I also got Fox in the Socks pin. Yeah, I got Fox in the Socks. I also got Sam's Friend. So yeah, I got 4 pins. I opened like 4 packs, 3 or 4 packs yesterday. I got 4 pins. So pretty good luck. I got 1, 2 patches, and then I got some buttons. I think buttons are the least rare, maybe. The base. I know the base is the least rare by far. The pins are the most rare. So yeah, I got the most pins, and no, I'm not doing any trading at all, unless it's maybe for the base, but obviously no one wants to make a base trade. The Grinch pin is the rarest, apparently. Nice! I got the rarest. That's cool. Yeah, I definitely will be holding on to these. I don't want to do any trading. I just want to sell them for cold hard Ethereum or cash or something. So I'm just going to be hanging on to these. They're only $5 a pack, so it's pretty darn cheap. That's cool. I was assuming the Grinch pin is good, and then if it's actually, so I'm assuming, okay, cool. It's a low mint 276. Yeah, let me go to my face here. Boom, right there. There's that bad boy, if you can focus on him. But yeah. Did you get any, what pins did you get? I got 418, so close to my lucky number. What's your lucky number? I like 12. 12 is a good number. I like 12 and 6. I've just always, since I was little. Also, number 19. I was number 19 for a while in soccer because 12 and 6 were reserved for the older kids. I noticed there's a guy who is really into VEVE who likes 616. 616, I looked up the, it's apparently like another sign of the devil. There's so many signs of the devil. 420. Oh, I should have known. Of course, 420. I think I told you the other day my fire starter in Pokemon X and Y. I named him 420 Blazer. Her, I think it was a female. But yes. All right, we have the serial killers coming up. Okay, I logged into my Akomi wiki, and there's a lot of fun stuff happening. Let's put it there. I was looking at death. So death, I've kind of ignored the pinups, the big Barda and everything. Let's see. This goes back to December 30th. This is only 24 hours. Can we zoom out? Yes, we can. Nice. I love that. This is so good. So much fun. So it looks like we have, okay. And then market cap, total listings. Okay. So the blue is total listings. The pink is the actual price. And then the yellow dot shows previously sold, so maybe a high. Obviously, you see, look at this listing. Sold for 5,000. So probably a pretty rare one, like maybe number 41. Yeah. Dude, that's awesome. Those are probably pretty valuable to a lot of people. 69 and 420. They're stupid funny numbers. And I have been trying to low mint hunt. I just don't want to spend. I think it's become way more popular now, especially with Randy talking so much about it. He talks a lot. He needs to shut his sweet little mouth. And I think Randy talking so much about the low mints really has people excited about it and has those things going for even more. Just a little bit harder to find them. And also the special numbers. I think also something like 88 or 888, because I know in in China, or that's really like a special number, the eights. So I, any all eights I would definitely grab for me, or sixes of course. Waiting for Snoop Dogg to come by my collection. Yeah, whatever, Crypto de Medici or whatever he is on Twitter, he definitely would do that. That's super, super smart. I know guys who sit on, there's a crypto project I called Fusion, and they developed something called AnySwap, and they have AnySwap.exchange, and immediately someone who heard that they're doing AnySwap.exchange bought AnySwap.com and recently sold it for like just almost a Bitcoin to them. Just anything like that. If you can jump on that stuff, super, super smart. All right, I don't even list my low mints, only waiting for, yeah, there's no point to listing a lot of this stuff. A lot of my golden moments I'm not selling unless I have duplicates of. My Todd Batmans I'm not selling unless I do have duplicate. So if it gets to a price where I'm like, this is really enticing and I could roll into something else maybe. Also, in the back of my mind is always a little tax person. So I don't know the official rules because we don't have MTL yet. Gems aren't crypto. So I'd love to hear from a tax professional. Actually, maybe I should see if I can get one on a live stream just to talk about what you may or may not owe. What's really nice in VEVE though is that it does have like all your cells detailed pretty well. So I am on Discord. I don't really use it. I was thinking of making my own server. That would be pretty cool. But yes, I use Discord not really often. It's not one of my main channels right now. I just have so many others that I'm concentrating on. But I'm open to making one. I have been for a while. I want to make it worthwhile and I want to make it enjoyable, like a good community. So if I can do that, if I feel I can do that, I definitely will do Discord. What was I looking for? I was looking for, got distracted. Anyways, death here. So the Sandman show is coming on Netflix pretty soon. But you will see the floor price has been remaining around 400. So this could be an interesting pickup. The Sandman show is coming in early 2022 in Netflix. And so maybe this could be a good pickup before that kind of hype comes in. But as you can see, so it goes up to a 558 floor price. Again, we're not talking about special mints here. And then it just kind of remains around 400-ish. 350 to 400. I saw that 450 yesterday. I hope we can hit this drop too. I think it's going to be tough. Again, this one I don't know. This one might be a good hold for IMX. I'm tempted to sell it on the open market, but again, it might be a really good hold for IMX. Ron English will definitely go to IMX right away. And there's only 2,000, very limited edition. I actually need to see if I need to top up my gems. I bought a couple of Fantastic Four number ones. I looked at my Fantastic Four number one that I bought, and I bought it for like 3 gems. I'm so upset I didn't just load in the bank. Yes, it will be, yeah, dab. Looks like I'm sneezing. I wonder if that's what it comes from. Dab and sneezing. All right, I got to get some more gems because I don't have quite 100, which is crazy. Because I spent them all yesterday. I bought some more for Fantastic Four number one. I was tempted to buy Daredevil. Although I think Daredevil, it's like number 4 or 5 on so many people's comics lists because I think it's a huge comic. In pop culture, Daredevil isn't as relevant. And the show is amazing. And obviously, I'll just say this, if you've seen something, you might become relevant in the near future. So keep that in mind, which is really exciting. It's really exciting if you got to see that. All right. where are we at? All right, I will gotta put 70 gems in here. Use my thumb touch ID. All right, we are about 11 minutes away from this drop. Did you, Brendan, I'm assuming you didn't get a drop yesterday. I don't feel like I know anyone who did. So there's so much complaining. I actually tweeted out, I thought it was not, this isn't likely, but I thought it would be funny if VEVE did do this. So I tweeted out, what if the drop today was to catch bots, ultra low mint, very popular character, not too meaningful of a comic, easier to see who clicked first. Because you saw so many people posting, but it was just so obvious. I get it, like maybe a few minutes after the drop or 20, 30 minutes after the drop, you see people start posting. Okay, maybe they didn't get it on the drop. They bought a couple in the aftermarket and they're reselling it. You can't see or tell, but it'd be really funny if they're like, okay, it's really, really apparent to see who got multiples of these ones. And it would be almost impossible to get multiple of these ones. And some people had like 3 or 4. Those are probably the ones using bots. Probably. What I don't get is why, if you use bots, why you would have them under the same username. Why wouldn't you have a whole bunch of different usernames in different accounts and then just funnel all that to one account? That wouldn't make sense to me. So it would just seem like a bad idea to use bots in that way. All right, we are 51 minutes away from the drop. Let's make sure we're ready. Boom diggity. Let me make sure my VEVE crew knows about this. Brendan Z, do you use Discord? I belong to the VEVE Secret Rare community on there, but I haven't really done much. And I got invited to someone's like Telegram something, and they have some interesting chatter on there. I haven't really used that too much, and maybe I will. And then I know the Labbits, a lot of people are collecting Labbits because of the breeding rumor / confirmation. I think Frank Kozik, he did tweet something about it. I showed it at some point on a live stream, but I'm not sure. I'd probably have to go find it. I'm not sure exactly where he tweeted it. All right, so let's make sure we got that. We got that. We got our gems. We are all ready to go there. And then at my sparkling Waterloo. If you're looking for a good sparkling water, Waterloo is like $6, $7 at Costco. And I think of all like the variety packs are the best flavors for sure. So if you're looking for somewhere to start or just something good, it's a solid. Someone's gonna tell me now like, oh, they put additives, they put extra plastic in here to give you cancer. All right, we got a drop today in 7 mins and gems, low edition. Good if you have the gems. Cool. All right. As always, I hope no one gets one. Not me, but all of you, so I can get all of them. I get all 2,000 of these buddies. Or it's not 2,000, but a little bit below 2,000. I know people have been talking a lot about Recur, and I mentioned Oddkey yesterday. Again, it seems like these guys really have not taken off. They only have like 4,000 Twitter followers. Let's look at them now. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, 4,350. Again, they're just centered around Todd McFarlane and Steve Aoki, who, unless he's selling his music as NFTs and you can own his music, as in be the copyright owner, that'd be very cool, but I doubt it. So there's that. And I mean, Jeremy has way more. Jeremy Pettiwer has way more followers than Oddkey. And then Recur, yes, they have some licenses, I mean, type-in jobs, but they have some licenses and everything. Yeah, I'm not logged in, shoot. They have some licenses and everything. I think it'll be interesting. TMNT is one of the big ones for me that they have. I think they have Rugrats, they have college football as well. It'll be interesting, but again, if you don't have an app, VeVe is just so far ahead, it's going to take a while for anything to catch up. There is space, certainly, for more than one company. Absolutely. This is the very beginning. Uh, but the heads of VeVe, being Alfred Kahn, the collectors, and everyone involved, gives me a lot of confidence. And then you are still super, super early if you are just getting involved right now. In addition to that, crypto, I think if crypto has a big fall, a big winter, so will NFTs in some way. I think NFTs will lag a little bit. So you'll see crypto maybe fall a bunch and then these will fall later, like a month or two later. But it's hard for me, being in the space for 5, 6 years, it's hard for me to think, and it could go either way. I always leave it open for all possibilities. That's why I talk about having your 3 pots of investments or cash and everything. Again, not a financial um, advisor, but having your 3 pots of investments. And I have a video on this already. I just am finishing editing it and such. But it's very important to prepare for kind of all possibilities, to do what you least regret. It's not a bad idea to sell some stuff sometimes, especially if they get up to a ridiculous price. If you have a Marvel #1, you can sell it for 100K or whatever it is now. I'm not sure what it is now, but 20, 30K. And get a few other grails, plus keep some profit on the side. Not a horrible, horrible idea. All right, 7:56, we are close to it. Let's see where we're at. Let's make sure we got this going on. All right, all right. Cool. I'm glad it's not again like the other serial killers where you have to choose which one that you might want. All right, we are ready. A few minutes away. It's gonna be tough to get one. But as I was saying, I think we have, at least in the crypto market, we have another nice leg for us coming that is really, really good for VeVe. Why did VeVe take off so early, so soon? It's no surprise it's because we went through a crypto bull market. If you think VeVe would have taken off like it did without the crypto bull market, you gotta be kidding yourself. It would be very, very tough for it to get the attention that it did. Would it be good for really early people? Absolutely. Would I have gotten a lot more stuff? For sure. Absolutely. But the reality is that it did release in a crypto bull market, and that was really, really good for its bottom line, I'm sure. And they probably would have released Disney more slowly. They probably would have released just a couple things a week, like the original plan was. And, Recur and Oddkey, Recur is going to be, who knows when their first release is going to be, maybe in a few weeks, a month. But they're coming in towards the end of the bull market or dwindling down, or maybe the very height, and that's not good. If you did get a pass, though, I think those will be valuable in some way in the short term. I just don't see the value at all, and especially the people involved are very, yes, they're good at what marketing and what they do, but how do I say this? They're not they don't stick around and I feel like build serious, massive businesses, and they're more in an advisory capacity, and it's more of the investors, the Gary V's and stuff, that are the big headliners, and not, I don't even know who the actual people who are running the app are. Whereas VeVe, it's all about the people that are directly involved. Obviously, Alfred Kahn is not making, okay, we're at 45 seconds left. Alfred Kahn is not making, he's not having interviews and a ton of interviews and stuff like Dan and David are, but he's certainly around. Okay, 30 seconds left. It's going to be quiet. A little hesitation on there. All right, so sold out for me. And my phone also glitched out, so it says sold out there. Try and wait for a rebound. Right around that 4 minutes. Hopefully you guys got one. My cat is fully passed out on my arm. All right, so I'm waiting for possibly a rebound right at 4 minutes. I have had no luck yet with the rebounds going in and out of the app. Fortunately, this one, the way the rebound looks like it's going to work, is that the art is more horizontal instead of vertical like it is with comic books. So I don't have to scroll down. The buy now button is going to appear right where I want it to be. So let's see, I did hear there's someone who posted yesterday that they got that Spider-Man comic off the rebound. And if you're able to sell it for those prices they looked like they were going for, good for you. That's awesome. I was reading a Spider-Man comic, or I should say I was reading up on a Spider-Man comic, and it reminded me of something that happened in the extended Spider-Verse pretty recently, or not recently, but did appear in the extended Spider-Verse, which is pretty exciting, which maybe the movies, I totally forgot about it, but maybe the movies could be moving towards, which is super, super interesting. And if you haven't seen the new Spider-Man, I'm not going to talk about it too much. But this particular Spider-Man comic was like, it was in a different universe, old Spider-Man, and Mary Jane had actually passed away due to his radioactive sperm because he gave her cancer. I'm curious, Spider-Man being a scientist himself, why he wouldn't wonder what parts of him are radioactive, but you know, to each their own. And right, we're almost 3 minutes, and the story was really interesting. It's called Spider-Man Reign, and I think it's like a four comic arc. And at the end, there is a villain that makes an appearance, which reminded me of the bigger Spider-Man story I was thinking of. We're right at 3 minutes. And I think that could be coming in the movies. That could be kind of something they hinted at. So, super interesting, really exciting, really could be scary as well. And just as good as what Thanos was. I think Spider-Man in general, way more interesting of a character than like Captain America. All right, so all right, yep, no rebound, didn't get that. Didn't get the buy now button. Right at that 401. We're gonna try a little bit longer to get the rebound, but otherwise, I don't think so. Maybe I'll just buy another Fantastic Four #1. Or I wouldn't mind another Miles Morales comic. I've been kind of looking up what might be good buys. I was looking at Death, which is a character in the Sandman. Sandman is by Neil Gaiman. It's a very, very popular graphic novel. And that show is coming out on Netflix early 2022. And it almost doesn't matter how good the show is. But again, just like Spider-Man, I think there will be a run-up to the release of the show, if there isn't a run-up, then that's where you could see on the release of the show, if the show is good, then it becomes a popular character and that death will be more expensive on the market. But my thought is there's going to be a run-up on that character, whether I get some or not. Moon Sherpa, what's up, baby? How you doing, man? Did you catch one of these drops? I did not. I'm looking for a rebound. I did not get that initial 4-minute rebound, looks like. Yeah, I wonder if Brendan has some pretty good fortunes, but I definitely did not get one. Oh, you got one today? Man, you have good fortunes as well. I have not caught any recently. I have the best. I pretty much catch them if they're blind box. But these single drops, especially these really low mint drops, I have not caught any of them like ever. Oh, I meant to ask you. Yeah, I meant to ask you how your, because you got the Ethernet adapter in. How's your ping? Have you tested it with the drops? Do you think it works? I was thinking of catching one myself. Already got delivered to. I mean, it should hopefully be delivered. There's really not many mints, so they should be delivered pretty quick. When I got my ultra rare Deadpool, he was delivered like within seconds. It was really like mint 175 or something, really low mint, which is awesome. With Wi-Fi is much better. Okay, so you would say you wouldn't waste your money on an Ethernet adapter? I have a cheapo one, and I think it makes my ping a little bit better, but I also haven't gotten a drop with it, so there's a luck factor that is kind of one of those unprovable things, which I'm like, I feel like it's not as good, even though it might be better. Yeah, I just use my Wi-Fi. I'm fortunate I do have fiber internet. That's just how our building is wired, and it is quite quick, although I'm sure it's hamstrung by my stupid box that I have to have from AT&T. I mean, that's okay. If you, I have a cheaper one. It's like 20 bucks. I was thinking about getting the official Apple one because it's interesting. It makes my upload and download slower, but it makes my ping faster, which is kind of what you want. Upload and download, who cares? You really don't need that much for something like this. But your ping, you want the communication to the servers to be a lot faster. Trying for the rebound. I doubt I'm gonna even see it. Again, the buy now button disappeared for both of them, for my phone and my iPad, pretty much immediately. So might just hold on to my gems and see if I can get a good deal on any comics I've been eyeing. There haven't been too many collectibles that I've been eyeing. I think the comics for percent gain might be a little bit better deal right now, and then maybe trade a couple of those for a golden moment. I really want that stupid Mickey Fantasia hat. I complete my Elsa and Mickey set too, which would be fun. And then I'll just hold on to that forever. Do you put your phone on app mode, AP mode? I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm not gonna get a rebound. Let me delete that spam comment. Cool. Oh, airplane mode. No, I never have. I've heard of people that do. You know what? Maybe that's a good idea. I'll try that next time. Do a little airplane mode action. Yeah, because it limits stuff going in and out, and limits everything going in and out, actually. It's actually probably pretty smart. Oh, I'm going to be annoyed if I start getting drop after drop. I think this will settle around. It'll initially go for 750 to 850, up to 1500. It's going to be pretty wild at the beginning, and I think it'll settle around 500 to 600, which I know might be that's a pretty low estimate. I'm just not super excited about the Ron English stuff. I've not gotten into his serial killers. I bought and sold some in preparation for number 3 launch, and then I know he had hinted at having a free 13th one, which I know that was very divisive as to what actually happened. Yeah, I should probably put mine in, I will put mine in airplane mode next time. I know people have done that. I've just had like really good fortune for a while, and then but on these single drops I really don't get them. So that could be the, gosh, my cat is just like, she's just like standing in front of me staring at me right in the middle of all of my stuff. Let's see here. Let's remove that. Cool. Just don't forget to turn the Wi-Fi back on. Yeah, that would be detrimental. Yeah. Airplane mode, very, very smart. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not a network administrator, so I don't know how that affects things, how that affects packets and ping and everything. But I'm sure it makes your phone or tablet or whatever focused on one purpose, which is you clicking that button, which is important. Yeah. Serial killers, yeah, I think it'll go for, and probably again settle sub 1,000. Probably go for like 1,000, 1.5. I don't really exactly remember. But I think it'll probably set around 650, 700. It is an ultra rare, so the points aren't as crazy. So you won't have that draw to it. It is less than 2,000 editions, but we have seen plenty of single artist stuff. If he gives any other, and Ron English, he likes to do some weird stuff, so maybe it will give some other. Still says 4 left. Okay. Maybe I'll keep trying. Who knows? Yeah, maybe there's someone out there who failed the captcha or something, or bot that got denied. I'm really curious because they obviously do catch bot accounts. What they do with the bot account collectibles, um, who cares what they do with their gems in some way? They probably just lock them up. But what they do with their collectibles, will they use them in giveaways later? Will they? It'd be really cool if they did a mystery box, which was like 50 gems, and it was just random, and it was just filled with things that they have from confiscated bot accounts. That would be insane because you'd have the chance to get like pretty much everything. Season 1 to, you would have the chance to get some really valuable ass shit from that. That'd be really, really cool if that's something they did eventually. This one gets delivered really fast. I don't think they are legally allowed to take away their collectibles. Yeah, probably not. They probably, whatever local laws probably have to abide by, they can just probably lock their account and won't give them MTL ever. And whoever is the botter will just lose out on that. And that's the other thing, is that once MTL comes along, or you can start transferring stuff out, you might be a bot that has tons of gems and everything, but then you get blocked out of that stuff. So it's just such a big stupid risk. It's so easy, not easy, well, it is pretty easy to get drops into like start on VEVE, and it's still very early. And I know it's hard when some people have like 20 TODs, and you have a lot of YouTubers that started very aggressively very early, and so they're buying some really big ticket items, and so you feel really behind, and that's everything in general. But it is such a lottery ticket, and there's so many things. Like if you get any drop, pretty much worth. You could literally get any drop and just have a thing where you just keep on reselling right after drop, resell right after drop, accumulate gems, and then once you accumulate enough gems, then start buying things that you think are really valuable and will go up. And I think they generally will next year. Tomorrow. I don't think they are legally allowed. That's what I heard in one of the Twitter spaces. Yesterday, there was one account which had 46 comments on the market drop yesterday. Yeah, I pulled up a tweet that I actually had yesterday that I speculated. What was it? Yeah. I said, what if the drop today was to catch bots? Ultra rare, ultra low mint, very popular character, not too meaningful of a comic, easier to see who clicked first. Because it was like really obvious, because there were not too many being sold. So you could see the repeat of the names of like accounts that got multiple, which is pretty unbelievable on something with less than 1,000 mints, with probably hundreds of thousands of people going for it. Because it was very cheap. It was only 7 gems and a super popular character. So, although they will never admit that, and I really doubt that's actually what they did, I just thought it'd be kind of funny. Yeah, looks like, okay, looks like 0 editions remaining. So it looks like they've all been delivered. Still waiting for the market. Yeah, okay. So I think it'll, yeah, be listed for above 1,000, and then probably push 2,000 for minutes. Probably drop below. This definitely isn't as nearly as popular, but ultra low mint. It is run English. She's gained a little bit of a following here on VEVE. And Ron is clearly a friend of David. He talks about flying with him and chatting with him. So he talks about hanging out with him quite a bit. Yeah, this was all together now. Someone was complaining about this guy setting essentially a sell wall. So a sell wall is where you price a bunch of stuff at one area, and it's really hard to eat through that, and then essentially knocking down the price of the altogether now. This is super common in any market, and that's what whales do. They make sell walls, then they remove them. They make fake floors. They do all sorts of games. You can't really fight against it unless you yourself are a whale. And a lot of people on Reddit were calling for, oh, let's band together and fight this. You can't. You're going to waste a lot of money fighting it, which is sad, which sucks. But learn how to deal with it. Learn how to trade, or don't trade. Just buy what you like, and search for what you have or what you think a good price is. Which Komi Wiki will help you with that. Look at the historical price chart, or look at upcoming things. Look at upcoming Spider-Man, Batman, the Sandman show, and what might be pumping in the next few months. So I use Massage Gun, and I'm super scared they might think I'm a bot. I know, yeah. When I was practicing that one time, I'm like, oh my god, it's so incredibly quick, the Massage Gun thing, that I can definitely see them mistaking someone for a bot. But I wonder, I'd be curious to people who program bots, how fast they can click versus massage guns. Or it might be smart is to figure out how fast you're clicking with a massage gun and have a bot sort of mimic that, because I can assume you could have it be close, and maybe you won't always get 100% with the bot, but it would give you a really good chance, and it'd have less chance of you being caught. Bought myself a recur pass. This will be big in my opinion. Yeah, I totally forgot about. I re-signed up for it, got my Sodi Pop name. I had it up. Look at how many tabs I have. It's pretty normal for me, unfortunately, to have like 3 or 4 of these with double the amount of tabs. And I had it up, ready to go. And on the day they released, because they released only for 24 hours, I did a live, I think it was a live stream and a video, and I had worked that day, and I just totally forgot about it. And I came back, people were like, oh, how many did you buy? I personally was going to buy like 3. And I was like, oh my God, it passed. No, it happened already. How did I miss it? So I wish I'd gotten one. I already regret not getting one. I think it's going to be, because of how they did it, you will be able to sell it for more. Even if it isn't rare, you will be able to sell it for as much, if not more, than you got it for, just for access. Whether or not you actually want to buy any of the drops, who cares? But I think access is huge. So, but I know, it was either Immutable X or there's some big company that bought like 10,000, so they're going to be reselling them. You bought one for 490. Did you buy it off OpenSea? Actually, let's see if OpenSea has it. Yeah, good question. OpenSea.io. Oh, the Coca-Cola Friendship loot box. All right, recur. I don't know if they have. So they have a recur account. Verified. I don't know if that's the recur though, so I wouldn't touch anything from there personally. But what are they called? They're called recur pass. I'm sure there's a huge following for TMNT, Hello Kitty, and Star Trek. Yeah, Hello Kitty, also know Sanrio, the brand that Hello Kitty is like based under, is huge. I mean, they're one of the biggest brands in the world. So keep that in mind. You can buy it from their site on the marketplace. Oh, okay, cool. Probably have to sign in. Let me take it over here to sign in. Okay, there we go. JAWS pass. Oh my God, it's crazy. So the screen that I have it on is it's wild. I have this ultra wide on my right hand side that I've had for a long time. It's 1080p, and I've always used this, and it was always so much clearer than the other screen that I used. And then when I upgraded my PC, I got a 2K screen. I didn't want to get 4K because I didn't. You need my graphics card's really good, but it's not 3090. It's 3070 Ti, and it's just crazy how much different 2K is. And I didn't realize it until I got 2K screen, and then like 2 weeks later, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so much different. Anyways, sorry, rant. Let me recur marketplace. Let's see if I need to sign in. No, it doesn't look like I need to. Okay. So there are the passes. Looks like 530 is the going rate. Probably pretty cheap compared to. It's so weird. I'm curious. Have they announced these colors and numbers and what they mean, what they do? I'm curious. Color set, mixed, prismatic, trichrome. Mixed. Okay, prismatic. So prismatic, diachrome, so that's just 2, right? Those are, so if you get the 2 colored, they're definitely more expensive, and the single colored are, great. What? Okay, so the prismatic, the multicolored ones are the cheapest by far, or the mixed. Well, prismatic and mixed seem to be both the cheapest. Tags, prime. All right, let's look at 3 of a kind, prime, 3 of a kind. So it's a little more expensive. Prime. Unity, which means probably nothing. 0, nothing. Pi. 3.14159. Perfect. Fibonacci. Interesting. Interesting how they did the passes. Curious as to what it will get you. Yeah, I need to sign in to buy. Yeah, I'll do that later. I'm going to do a little more research. I should probably just buy one. I missed it, but if this does become something, I'm going to want to have one. At least have access, especially before it hasn't really started yet. So especially before it really starts, I mean, the real money maker might be your access with the pass. It might not even be the NFTs themselves. Who knows? But TMNT is, I really like. Sanrio is a huge brand. I don't think it'll be as big, but it's really important to get access in early. That's where the biggest gains always are. And if you really believe in something, you can go hard in it. But let's say you have like only $10,000 or $1,000. You want to take measured bets. There's a lot of stuff in crypto. There's always another trade. Don't hop in too late. So just be reasonable. And then you have stuff like VEVE, that's just a lottery ticket that happens twice a week, you know? Cool. So I will definitely be looking into that. Susables, Brendan Z. Moonsharp, are you involved in Susables? Brendan Z told me about this yesterday. I actually want to go ahead, probably connect with their Discord, if they have a Discord, but it's by Dapper Labs, which is big. I believe they're involved in almost everything right now. They're involved in CryptoKitties. I believe they're involved in the Bored Ape Yacht Club. It's on their own blockchain called the Flow blockchain, which they created a while ago. And you can buy Flow tokens. So if you just want to invest kind of in Dapper Labs, you can more or less do that. But right now, there's only trading back and forth. I opened like 4 packs yesterday and got the Grinch pin, which apparently is the most rare. I didn't get this one. Oh, can I zoom in? So looks like this Grinch pin. I didn't get this one. I got like his face. So maybe this is from a different set. But I got like 4 or 5 pins, which apparently are the most rare. Yeah, you can download it for free on the App Store if you have iOS. Looks like it's not available on Android yet. And it's only $5 per pack. Dapper Labs also does NBA Hot Shots, so keep that in mind. Only $5 per pack. It's probably worth it. Brendan Z told me about this. Probably worth it just to buy a couple packs, just like Recur. Buy a pass or 2, see what happens. If you can resell it for more, great. Again, you can see these guys. This shows trading. So you can make these trades off to the left here. I wish I could get it more centered. All right, you can't get it more centered, but you can see off to the left here, they're trading. And that's the only way you can do stuff right now. I personally am not trading. I'm just holding on. If I get pins, great. Those are the most rare. Right now I have the Grinch pin, which is a low mint. It's like 250 or something. So I am just going to hold on to that and not really do anything. And hopefully someday I can either transfer it off, because it is on the Flow blockchain, so I assume you can it someday. Either transfer it off, or if they have a marketplace, or I can sell it on Immutable X or something, that would be awesome. But again, these are the first ever, the newest ones. You know, they're on like season number 1. So you're getting FA the Grinch. Who knows? Who knows? $5 a pack. I'll take a chance. Why not? That could be, again, that could be a Todd Batman. That's how people felt. That's how I felt about Todd Batman. I was like, 89. I'll buy one. Oh man, there's a lot of people talking about Todd Batman on the Reddit. I'll buy another one. because at the time I didn't have too much extra. I was just coming out of COVID myself and waiting for payment on a couple of jobs I was doing, and then entered back into my previous job at that time, like right in March, like all that stuff is happening. So I didn't have just tons of money I could throw at. Uh, all my stuff was already invested in crypto for the most part, so I was just waiting that for it to go, and it did well. But I didn't have like tens of thousands of dollars just to throw into what you would call it, VEVE. But this one, $5 a pack, might as well try it. Same with Recur. I think it's all these officially licensed ones. I will throw something into it, absolutely. So I think I'll go ahead and throw something into that. Let's see if the market's open. Is exactly 8:30. Very curious what this is going to be going for. Not open quite yet. Should open any minute now. But yes, oh man, Spider-Man. I just read a Spider-Man story this morning, and then I was just thinking how that would connect to the overall Spider-Verse. I think the story. I haven't even looked at any like talks about it. I want to talk about it myself, about the new Spider-Man movie. But there's a really cool story that can definitely connect. They can definitely do with where they're headed with this Spider-Man, and I think it could be awesome. I don't have high hopes. So wouldn't be surprised if it goes for 250. Yeah, this one. Some people have Unity and Zero, but they didn't list it for sale. Tag with 3 of a kind. Never heard about it. Yeah, for this particular drop, again, Brendan Z said he was into it. I'm not super into Round English stuff. I only bought stuff to flip it. I bought the Sugar Diabetes bear because I was anticipating the season 3 drop and stuff, and I'd heard Round English talk a little bit. So made like a 60% profit off that. That's really cool, really awesome. And I think this will initially go for a little bit above 1,000. You'll see it pop up, but I think it will eventually settle around 650 was my number that I gave. 500, 650, and then yeah, it'll just kind of slowly dwindle down. Maybe have another pop up with Immutable X. But if I got this one, I'd definitely, personally, I would sell it on the drop to make as much profit short term as possible. And I mean, you could sell it and get an Elsa. Would I value this more than an Elsa? No, absolutely not. Or any other golden moment? No. So that's how I'm starting to think about a lot of my portfolio is, would I value these 3 or 4 things together more than a golden moment or something else I really value? And again, there's going to be some things that are unvalued because the market just isn't there yet. Ultraman could be a really good one. You could collect some really cheap Ultraman stuff because the localization isn't here yet. The Japanese market isn't in yet. And I can imagine Japan might be like really into this stuff. I don't know. I would think so. But they're definitely the market for Ultraman. And there's already a market here for Ultraman, just not nearly as big. And same with China. I got one LCS today for $9.99. Nice. 1,000 or 10,007. I'm curious to see. I saw a really fun mint number of something yesterday. It was either Ito, oh no, it was Death. It was Death, one of the pinup girls from Sandman, season 2. Big Barda is part of that whole set. And it was like it was like 5050, like it was like 505. It was like a cool, just like looked like a cool number. But it's a good like few hundred more than the base. I'm hesitant unless it's sub 1,000, unless it's like 888 or 420 or 69, or if it's sub 100, especially to pay more. But if it's, I mean, 9.99. So Elsa 9.99 is a really good price. Elsa was going for 1,000 last I saw. where is she going for now? Let's look at the marketplace. Let's look at Elsa. Oh, pro count. I'm going to check that out in a moment. Advanced filtering. Jeff, Elsa. Collectibles. There we go. So there we go. 960. Yeah, so you got it for a little bit above the current floor price. Not to mention, I mean, Elsa, like these have just been. It's going to be interesting. We're gonna at some point we're gonna see. I mean, when it's first released, like, who cares? At some point we're gonna see. So it looks like it's high as like 1300, low is 730 of recent times. When it's first released, just ignore that. Who cares? Then it's not really gone below 800. So everything's going a little. The big ones are going a little bit sideways right now. Yeah, floor wise at 970. We will see. I'm assuming 90% sure the crypto market keeps going sideways / a little bit up. There's going to be a time when we just see a little bit of exponential growth in the entirety of the app. You're going to see the golden moments, the TODs, those will take off first and maybe the biggest, and then you'll see other stuff follow. You know, your stuff that you might be underwater on right now. I have a couple things that I bought for the floor and it's dropped a little bit. I think the entire app will raise as big whales and people are trying to find deals that might be ignored. Again, I brought up the Ultraman stuff because they might foresee it going into the market localization happening, or everyone has a strategy and you're trying to get the most for your money. Oh my god. And you're trying to get the most for your money. So the most bang for your buck. You know, if you can see something that someone else doesn't see, like Death and again, Death is a character in the Sandman, has a show coming out early 2022. Yeah, something that might be ignored right now in the market. And again, comics are one of those too, I think. Not stressed at all for Disney stuff. The plan is to hold it for a bunch of years. I'm not stressed at all for anything. I have my portfolio. Here's why I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed. I would be stressed if the crypto market, if I felt like the bubble was popping. If Bitcoin was at 120, the 200,000, and things were crazy. I mean, number one, I would be selling a lot of my other crypto, which I'm not. I've sold 0 of it. I've only been collecting and accruing, and I have been for the last 5 years. And none of them are to the point where I had envisioned them. And I have levels set for exactly what I want. And I wouldn't be upset if I lost half my value today. But in my thought process, again, if I owned, there's some of them, if I owned a bunch of Shiba Inu or Dogecoin, I have actually sold some Dogecoin in Robinhood. But if I owned a bunch of it, I would be selling a bunch of it. I did not. I owned very little. I bought $2.83 of Dogecoin, years ago, which is worth like $1,000 right now. It's not bad, but that was always my plan, and I had very distinct reasons. I invested in stuff that had very good, serious founders, and that's what VEVE is as well. And if Bitcoin and the entire crypto market was like going through this crazy hockey stick formation where it's just going parabolic up, I would be nervous for VEVE because I can't see VEVE, at least in the short term, not having a nice big old juicy correction. And nervous meaning I'd be selling some stuff in preparation for that correction to get a TOD at like $1,000 or $500. That'd be awesome if you have a whole bunch of gems saved up for that. But I don't foresee that happening. It's not currently happening. I think we're going to have a longer leg. Again, that's a thing. That's maybe like 85-90% chance. I don't know. You always have to be prepared for the other side. So who knows? But it's really important to have a long-term view. I have a video coming out where I talk all about this, like you say, Moon Sherpa. And the long-term view gives you conviction, because there's going to be times when, there might be a time when the VEVE market kind of drops and it keeps dropping. Because that's even right now. I see people on Reddit being like, oh, my stuff is dropping. It's not going up infinitely. I want to become rich tomorrow. And it's just ridiculous what they're saying. I'm like, this stuff has gone up since buying it, has gone up 10, 20, some 100 times what you bought it for. And maybe you bought something else in the market for that price, and now you're upset that hasn't doubled or tripled, but it's gone down a little bit or gone down $100. That's your own fault. You didn't do the research. You didn't know about it. And you can't just expect things. And also, it's only been a week. Like, calm down. It's only been a week. Again, as this goes up, the entire VEVE market will go up. Some things, yeah, might fall out of favor, and some things won't. Some things might completely die. But I think all boats will kind of rise. Why? Because more and more people are coming in, new money's coming in. And then there's going to be whales and other people who are trying to find, all right, this is really, really, really cheap, but it's still an FA. Or this is really, really cheap, but it's still a popular comic. Oh my God, my cat is annoying me so much. 1 second. You got to get out of here. Sorry, she was just behind me licking tape. And it was so annoying. All right, let's see if we have the market open. Man, the market is 41 minutes, still not open. That's crazy. My brother, G, my wife, her walk. Oh, weather's good. I'm from Virginia. That's the VA, right? Well, cool, nice to have an East Coaster here. CA here, California, the CA and the VA. Nice to meet you. I know Brendan Z is also from Cali as well. Well, I'm not originally from Cali, but I live here now. So have a wonderful walk, and be safe. Hopefully you don't have any snow coming soon. Nice weather. I will see you next live stream for sure. I'll see you in the new year. Man, that's crazy. That's today. All right. So it looks like the market isn't coming back anytime soon. I'm probably going to end the stream right now because I have to get a little snack. I have to make another video, and then I have work tonight, so it's going to be a long day. But yeah, do your research. Make sure you have fun. Follow me on the 3Ts and IG, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram at SodiPopMedia and all those. SodiPopMedia.com as well. And thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for chatting. I have so much fun doing this every drop morning. Again, half hour before every drop, I'll be on here talking, chatting with you with much more fun price analysis and things that could or couldn't happen. Comey Wiki, really good page. I also like my NFT tracker for different reasons. It's easy to see portfolio value and stuff. And it is not as cumbersome as this, but I'll probably just use one or the other. Anyways, have a wonderful day. Remember to follow me and be yourself. Eat a cookie. Bye.